Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is going to be our Week 12 NFL predictions. Our last video was of the Thanksgiving games and the Friday games. As you see, I am recording this on 11/21/23, so that is a Tuesday. So you know I'm not cheating ahead of things. And if I got all the scores correct, then I'm just that good. But I just imported what my predictions were on the other ones. I had Dolphins winning 27-13. I had 49ers winning 34-17. I had Cowboys winning 31-17, and I had Lions winning 27-20. So this is a big week for me. Last week I went 8-5, so not an amazing record, but no teams on bye. This is my chance to hopefully sneak into the 12-13 range. That's what I'm aiming for, and hopefully I do get that because I want to get back into the somewhere between 11 and 13. Haven't got 14 yet this season. My highest is 13-3, so I want to get back to something like that. And I feel like we should just start right away with the Steelers at the Bengals. Obviously, the big story in this one is that Joe Burrow is hurt and is out for the rest of the season. So even though the Bengals, let's say they're on a mini bye, I'm going to go Steelers here, but I'm feeling very scared. Because in the chance that this Joe Burrow injury doesn't matter at all, and we still see T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase go off for the games we know they can have, then I think the Bengals can take this win. But if we do see that the loss of Joe Burrow hurts them a lot, then I could see the Steelers winning in a closer, low-scoring game like 17-10. But the Steelers did fire Matt Canada, so I don't know who their new offensive coordinator is. I'm going to, let's see, who did they promote? Steelers offensive coordinator. Did they sign anybody yet? I'm just seeing that they fired him, which obviously was the right idea, right choice. I have Steelers winning this game 20-17. I could see a game-winning field goal, something along those lines. But I have Steelers over Bengals 20-17. Hopefully the offense is looking good. Next game we have is a big one. We have the Jaguars at the Texans. Both teams coming off wins last week. The Texans, had a little bit of a hard game against the Cardinals, but were able to pull it out. The Jaguars were in dominant fashion. They killed the Titans, and it wasn't really close the whole game. Now this game, as you can see, look on the left side and the AFC side. If I go ahead and pick the Texans move to fourth place. So this game decides, and I guess they move to first place if they win. This game decides the AFC South. And I'm going to go with the rookie C.J. Stroud to take this game. This game has very high potential to be game of the week. And I'm going to go Texans. I don't think they're going to get -4 points, but I have Texans winning this game. It's going to be a lot of points. Texans win 34-33. Game of the week, easily in my opinion. This should be a very exciting game to watch. Next game we have is the Browns at the Cowboys, the Broncos. The horses get confused, but Browns at the Broncos. This one, again, can end up being a very hard game to predict. Deshaun Watson's out for the season, but just last week we saw how that defense killed the Steelers. Will that happen this week with Sean Payton? There's a chance, but something inside wants me to pick the Broncos in this game. I did pick the Steelers last week and was wrong, but I'm going to go Broncos here. This can end up being a very close game. And obviously, there's a chance that the Browns do win. They're the better team at the end of the day. But I'm going to have Broncos win this one. Another close game, 17-16. Broncos over Browns. This should also be another good game. Maybe not game of the week because we're not going to see a lot of points. But two teams that are basically on the same level of talent. Next game we have is the Chiefs at the Raiders. Could this decide the Chiefs season? I know it sounds crazy, but I think it could. The Chiefs recently have not played amazing, just coming off of a loss against the Eagles, who are the best team in the league, so benefit of the doubt. But before then, we saw losses to the Broncos. The Jets stuck with them the whole time. So not brilliant games from the Chiefs, and the offense is not looking amazing, but I do trust they're able to beat the Raiders, who, again, have an interim head coach. Antonio Pierce has been good, but at the end of the day, it's an interim head coach. They have been playing better, the Raiders, but I'm going to have to give it to Patrick Mahomes. I have to believe that he's able to take the win, and I'm going to have Chiefs win this game I'm going to say they have an offensive bounce back. Am I going to go that far? I'm going to say no. I'll say Chiefs win this game 27-23. Very close game. And the Chiefs don't make the statement we know they can and have to make. Next game we have is Ravens and the Chargers. Make this one quick. No reason that Brandon Staley should still be the Chargers head coach. I'm going to go Ravens in this one, 38-20. The defense for the Chargers is not good. The offense for the Chargers, it's not bad. But again, Brandon Staley is your head coach, so it's the most you could do. So high-scoring game. I have the Ravens over the Chargers, 38-20. Hopefully this is what makes Brandon Staley get fired, because I know Chargers fans want that a lot. Next game we have is the Toilet Bowl. We have the Patriots at the Giants, and I don't know how I'm going to predict this game. Two of the worst teams in the league, Giants at 3-8, coming off of a win for some reason against the Commanders, and the Patriots are the bottom of the AFC, 2-8. So, really, this could go either way. I have no idea who's going to win this game. I think at the end of the day, though, I'm going to... Is Mac Jones... Okay, so this might be if Mac Jones is playing or not. Was Mac Jones officially benched? QB question. I mean, they're not telling me if he's benched or not. Is Mac Jones benched? It doesn't look like it yet. I doubt he ends up getting benched. I'm going to go Patriots here. Again, I'll say Patriots 20 to... I'll say the Giants not somehow, but 2016 I got the Patriots. This is definitely a game you do not want to watch. Two teams that are fighting for the first overall pick, though, so that could be interesting. But Patriots win 20-16. Terrible game. Next game we have is the Buccaneers versus the Colts. I'm pretty sure in my Power Rankings YouTube Shorts / TikTok / Instagram Reels, I said these two teams were the most mid teams in the NFL, the most average teams. So it's the battle of average here. And who am I going to give the win to? I think I'm going to go with the Buccaneers here. Buccaneers take the battle of average. It's really just offensive firepower at the end of the day. Baker Mayfield, I'm taking, just by a little bit though, over Gardner Minshew. Just offensively alone, you have the Buccaneers are much better than the Colts. Defensively, you could hand it to the Colts, but just lost Darius or Shaquille Leonard, whatever he's going by these days. So I'm going to go Buccaneers. I have them winning this game. Again, this could really go either way. We'll go a weird scoring game for this weird game. I have Buccaneers winning 25-19. Why not? Next game we have is the Panthers at the Titans, and this kind of feels like a game where the Panthers can win, except the fact that I have no trust in Frank Wright, and Bryce Young is not an amazing quarterback. I'm going to go Titans winning this one. I'll make this one quick. Titans win 23-17. I think that it'll really be 23-10 throughout the whole game. Then randomly we'll see who knows, maybe we'll see a Miles Sanders rushing touchdown. He's been terrible this season, by the way. But maybe we'll see a Miles Sanders rushing touchdown at the end of the game. But overall, the Titans had the game the whole time. Next game we have is the Bills at the Eagles. Now, if you were listening to me earlier when I mentioned my game of the week being the Texans over the Jaguars, that's for a reason. Because, with all honesty, I don't see this being a highly contested game. I did not stutter there. I wanted to say two highs. So a very high contested game. I'm going to go Eagles in this one. Did they end up getting 30 against the Chiefs? That might sway my prediction. Eagles Chiefs, did they end up hitting the 30 mark? No, I was way off, 21 points. But I'm going to have Eagles win this one. Also, the Chiefs better defense than Bills, so there's that. But anyway, I have Eagles this one. I say they win the game 30-20. There's so much more belief I have in the Eagles than I do in the Bills at the end of the day. Next game we have is the Saints against the Falcons. And a little fun fact is recently, the Saints have been very good at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and the Falcons have been very good at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. So basically, whatever team is away wins more. We'll keep the trend. I have Saints in this game. Two of the most average teams in the league, just like we had in the Buccaneers-Colts. But I'll take the Saints in this game. Michael Thomas is out, so we'll see about that. The Falcons are also bringing back Desmond Ridder to start, so we'll see about that. But I'll take the Saints in this one, 24-20. Should be a I mean, it's going to be boring because these two teams are boring to watch, but the Saints should end up pulling it out at the end of the day. I mean, their roster is so much more talented than the Falcons. Next game we have is the Rams at the Cardinals. Some might, say that this could end up being a close game or end up being an easy Rams win. But if we want to look at Matt Stafford's statistics last week, or maybe it's not fully his statistics, but just a couple plays. Not an amazing game for Matt Stafford. 190 yards, a touchdown, and interception. He was definitely not the reason that the Rams were able to pull out a win against the Seahawks. Defensively, we know the Rams were very good. If I can look at their defensive stats, I really don't look at statistics here, but okay. Looks like Drew Lock went in for a play and threw a pick, so that's interesting. Kenneth Walker with only 4 carries, that's interesting. Maybe I should look at these stats more often. But looking at the Rams defense, they were able to get, half, 1.5, 2, only 2 sacks. So honestly, might have just been forcing a lot of 3 and outs against the Seahawks. With that being said, I have the Cardinals in this one, so a whole lot of rant for nothing. Cardinals win this game. I'll say 24. So, 2 straight 24 points. But I got the Cardinals winning this one 24-23. A lot of close games this week. Next game we have is the Bears and the Vikings. We're going Vikings, bounce back against the after losing to the Broncos. Again, it should be a good game just because these teams are not amazing. The Vikings are in playoff mode right now, as you see it. But I'm going to have them winning, closer game, 27-23. So only a couple games I have that are not one possession. That would be the Ravens over the Chargers, Dolphins over the Jets. Other than that, these games, I guess Eagles over the Bills, but other than that, Cowboys, 49ers, Other than that, these games are going to be very close contested. This is a good week of football. That also means that I could end up being very bad on my predictions. But just like every week, we're going to look at the standings at the end of my predictions, see where teams stand. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, my upset of the week, my game of the week, and what was the last one? I don't even think there's a last one. It's just upset of the week and game of the week. So, upset of the week, I'm probably going to end up saying it's Cardinals over the Rams. I know it's not that big, but at the end of the day, 3-9 versus, or I guess 3-8 versus 4-6, 1.5 game difference. So a little bit of an upset. You could say it's Texans, Jaguars too, but that's going to be my game of the week. So at the end of this week 12, I'm going to have the Ravens at 1, Chiefs at 2, Dolphins at 3, Texans at 4, Jaguars at 5, Steelers at 6, Browns at 7, Broncos at 8, Bills at 9, Colts at 10, Bengals at 11, Raiders at 12, Chargers at 13, Titans at 14, Jets at 15, and Patriots at 16. On the NFC side of things, we have Eagles at 1, 10-1, amazing record. Lions at 2, 49ers at 3, Saints at 4, Cowboys at 5, Vikings at 6, Seahawks at 7. And then outside of that, we have the Buccaneers at 8, Packers 9, Rams 10, Falcons 11, Commanders 12, Giants 13, Cardinals 14, Bears 15, and Panthers 16. So, another thing I wanted to mention is the draft order. Now that I'm doing these weekly mock drafts, it looks like now the Bears will have the number 1 overall pick. Number 2, is that also going to end up being the Bears? Because 3-9 is worse than 3-8, and they're below the Cardinals in the standings right now. So, is number 2 the Bears? If the Bears end up with the first 2 picks, that would be insane. But yeah, looking at teams that could end up sneaking into the playoffs on the AFC side of things, the Broncos I think have a shot, especially after I just predicted them beating the Browns. The Bills, such a talented team, they could still end up picking it up sometime this season. I don't think the Colts have a chance. Bengals do not have a chance without Joe Burrow. Raiders, no. Chargers, no. And obviously these last couple teams have no shot. So basically, I'm saying it's a 9-team race in the AFC. It used to be very deep, down to around 13 teams, but now it's a 9-team race. You know, we're getting later into the season where these games matter a lot more. And in the NFC, I'm pretty sure I already said, or I've said this in a couple of videos. I think this top 7, besides the fact that you have, so it's, I guess really if you want to call it 10, with the Falcons and the Buccaneers out of the playoffs, because obviously those teams could win the NFC South because they sucks. But besides them, I feel like these playoffs are kind of solidified right now. But NFC South, whether it's Saints, whether it's Falcons, whether it's Buccaneers, any of those teams can make it. But other than that, NFC South is kind of solidified. We'll see some moving in standings, but those top 7, or minus the Saints, so those 6 teams, I feel like will all end up making the playoffs. So thanks for watching this video. You know, a couple of hot takes in this video, looking at the Broncos here. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you when I see you. Peace.